Welcome to our video series on creating a budget. In this first part, we will explore the fundamentals of budgeting and why it's essential for managing your finances effectively. Whether you are starting a new job, planning a significant purchase, or just trying to save more money, having a budget can help you stay on track. Let's start with the basics. What is a budget? Simply put, a budget is a plan that outlines how you will spend your money over a specific period. It helps you keep track of your income and expenses, ensuring that you are not spending more than you earn. A budget allows you to set financial goals, prepare for emergencies, and ultimately gives you the ability to control your financial future. One of the first steps in creating a budget is to understand your income. This includes your salary, side hustles, or any other sources of revenue. Knowing how much money comes in every month is crucial because this information sets the foundation for all your budgeting decisions. Before moving on to expenses, take a moment to calculate your total monthly income. Next, we need to turn our attention to expenses. They can be grouped into two main categories: fixed and variable. Fixed expenses are costs that remain the same each month, such as rent, mortgage payments, or insurance premiums. Variable expenses can fluctuate, like groceries, entertainment, or dining out. List these expenses carefully, as they are key to understanding where your money goes. After you've compiled a list of your fixed and variable expenses, it's time to analyze them. Are there areas where you can cut back? This might be a good time to evaluate subscription services you rarely use or consider more budget-friendly options for your groceries. Developing a keen awareness of your spending habits can help you make informed decisions moving forward. In our next segment, we'll discuss how to set realistic financial goals within your budget. Financial goals are important because they give you a purpose for budgeting. Whether it's saving for a vacation, buying a car, or building an emergency fund, having clear objectives will motivate you to stick to your plan. In summary, starting a budget involves understanding your income, identifying your expenses, and reflecting on your financial habits. These steps establish the groundwork for effective budgeting, setting you on a path toward better financial management. Join us in the next part, where we will guide you on setting achievable financial goals and aligning them with your budget. Together, we can make the budgeting process straightforward and rewarding. Stay tuned. Welcome back to our series on creating a budget. In the last part, we discussed the importance of understanding your financial situation by tracking your income and expenses. Now that you have a clear picture of your current financial life, it's time to take the next step: setting clear financial goals. Setting financial goals is a crucial part of budgeting. When you know what you want to achieve, you can tailor your budget to meet those specific objectives. Are you saving for a dream vacation, a new car, or perhaps a home? Maybe you're looking to pay off student loans or build an emergency fund. Whatever your goals may be, defining them helps give your budget purpose and direction. Start by categorizing your goals into short-term, medium-term, and long-term. Short-term goals are those you want to achieve within the next year, such as saving for a new gadget or a holiday. Medium-term goals generally span 1 to 5 years, like saving for a down payment on a house. Long-term goals require more patience, like retirement savings or funding your children's education. This categorization helps you prioritize what matters most to you. Once you've outlined your goals, it's essential to consider how much money you need to set aside to reach them. This process involves estimating the total amount required for each goal and determining how much you'll need to save regularly to hit that target. Breaking down large goals into smaller, manageable amounts can make the process feel less overwhelming. For instance, if you want to save $1,200 for a vacation in a year, setting aside $100 each month makes it achievable. Another important aspect is to keep your goals realistic. It's great to dream big, but setting unattainable goals can lead to disappointment. Ensure that your goals reflect your financial reality and account for your existing expenses. This balance helps maintain motivation and prevents you from feeling discouraged if you can't reach an overly ambitious goal. Now that we have a clear vision of our financial aspirations, we need to incorporate these goals into our budget. This means adjusting your monthly allocations for discretionary spending to make room for these savings. As you allocate funds, keep your goals in mind. By doing so, you'll be more likely to stick to your budget and make progress toward achieving each objective. In the next part, we'll discuss how to create a budgeting plan that effectively aligns with your goals and income. Understanding the budgeting process is vital to ensure you remain on course as you work toward financial success. Stay tuned as we dive deeper into crafting a personalized budget that works for you. Make sure to have pen and paper ready for the helpful tips we'll provide next, and see you soon. Welcome back to our series on creating a budget. In the previous part, we discussed the importance of setting financial goals and how understanding your income plays a critical role in shaping your budget. Now, let's dive into the next essential step: tracking your expenses. Tracking your expenses may sound tedious, but it's a vital part of budgeting. It allows you to see where your money is going and helps identify areas where you might cut back. Start by listing all your spending over the past month. This includes fixed expenses, such as rent and utilities, as well as variable expenses, like groceries, entertainment, and dining out. You can use a notebook or a budgeting app, whatever feels most comfortable for you. The key is to be consistent and honest. Once you have a comprehensive list of your expenses, categorize them. Group similar expenses together to get a clearer picture. For instance, create categories for housing, transportation, food, and entertainment. Seeing these categories laid out can highlight areas where you spend more than you may have realized. Maybe you find that takeaway meals are consistent in your budget, suggesting a need to cut back on dining out. After categorizing, the next step is to analyze your spending. This is where most people find relief or a wake-up call. Compare your total spending against your income. Are you spending more than you earn? If so, it might be time to reassess your lifestyle habits. Perhaps you can swap some of that dining out for home-cooked meals, or limit entertainment budgets by finding free community events to enjoy. In addition to analyzing your spending, it's important to set realistic spending limits for each category. This means deciding how much you're willing to spend on groceries or entertainment each month. These limits should align with your financial goals and income. Create a balance that helps you enjoy life while also moving towards your larger financial objectives. Keep in mind that budgeting is not a one-time task. It's an ongoing process. As you track and analyze your expenses over a few months, you will discover patterns and adjustments you can make. This dynamic process can help you save money, reduce debt, or even contribute more to your savings for future goals. In the next part, we will discuss how to construct your actual budget using the knowledge you've gathered from tracking and categorizing your expenses. You'll learn how to create a plan that works for you and allows for flexibility. So, let's get ready to turn those insights into an actionable budget plan. Stay tuned for the next part to help you gain control over your finances. Welcome back. In this part of our series on how to create a budget, we will focus on tracking your spending and making adjustments to stick to your budget. If you've been following along, you should have your budget plan laid out with your income and expenses clearly defined. Now, it's time to put that plan into action. First, let's talk about tracking your spending. This step is crucial because it helps you see where your money goes each month. You can use various methods to track your expenses, such as mobile apps, spreadsheets, or even old-fashioned pen and paper. Choose a method that feels comfortable for you and make it a habit to record each expense as it happens. By tracking your spending, you can identify patterns that may surprise you and help you adjust your budget accordingly. Next, review your spending regularly. Set aside time each week or month to look over your recorded expenses. Compare these figures with your original budget to see if you're on track or if any categories are overspending. If you find that you're going over budget in certain areas, say dining out or entertainment, consider where you can cut back. Every little bit counts. Remember, the goal is not to eliminate expenses entirely but to make sure they align with your financial goals. In addition, don't forget about your savings. If your budget allows, aim to set aside a portion of your income each month for savings. This could be an emergency fund, a vacation fund, or saving for a significant purchase. Treat savings like an expense. By including it in your budget, you prioritize your financial future. Moreover, sometimes unexpected expenses can throw a wrench in your plan. This is perfectly normal, and the key is to remain flexible. If an unforeseen expense arises, don't panic. Adjust your budget temporarily to accommodate the change. Perhaps you can reduce discretionary spending for a month or two. Flexibility is essential to maintaining a healthy budget. As you monitor and adjust your budget, celebrate your small victories. If you stick to your budget for a month or save a little extra money, take a moment to acknowledge your efforts. These small wins can boost your motivation and encourage you to stay committed to your financial goals. In our final segment coming up next, we will discuss long-term budgeting strategies and how to ensure your budget supports your life goals sustainably. Get ready to take your budgeting skills to the next level. See you next time. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more helpful tips on managing your finances. In this final part of our series on budgeting, we'll focus on the importance of tracking your spending and adjusting your budget accordingly. Creating a budget is just the first step. The real power lies in revisiting it regularly to ensure it's working for you. By keeping an eye on your expenditures, you can see if you're sticking to your plan or if you need to make any changes. This ongoing process will help you stay on your financial path. One effective way to track your spending is to use budgeting apps or spreadsheets. These tools can simplify the process of recording your purchases and categorizing your expenses. Plus, many of them offer visual representations of your spending habits, which can be very enlightening. The clearer your financial picture, the easier it is to make informed decisions about where to cut back or where you might have some breathing room for extra spending. Adjustments to your budget may be necessary for several reasons. Maybe you've received a raise, or perhaps an unexpected expense has come up. Life is full of surprises, and your budget should be flexible enough to adapt when needed. Regularly reviewing your budget allows you to embrace these changes rather than letting them derail your financial goals. This proactive approach helps you maintain control over your finances. Another key aspect of budgeting is setting financial goals. After monitoring your spending and making necessary adjustments, consider what you want to achieve financially. Are you saving for a vacation, a home, or perhaps planning for retirement? Clearly defined goals can motivate you and give direction to your budgeting efforts. Remember, these goals should be realistic and time-bound to make them achievable. As we wrap up, we hope this series has equipped you with the knowledge and tools to create a successful budget. Budgeting is not just about limitations. It's about giving yourself the freedom to manage your money wisely. Take the first steps today, and keep refining your approach as you learn what works best for you. Thank you for joining us on this journey through budgeting. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more financial tips and resources. See you next time.